Have they gone too far in the war on tar? In Flagler County, Florida, beginning October 1st, nicotine will be officially considered a banned drug. That means prospective employers of the county can actually be screened for camel consumption, and if they fail, will be prohibited from reapplying for a full year. Officials justify the policy by citing both the increased health insurance costs of hiring Marlboro men and the fact that tobacco users are not a group that has equal protection under federal law. But according to Boston University professor Dr. Michael Siegel, who studies butts-bashing trends like this one, smoking isn't the only thing that causes heart disease, adding, quote, "Unemployment is also bad for health." Snap, Dr. Michael! While some county employees could really use a cigarette right about now, like these. She is a county employee. Just call the help desk secretary, Kat. Okay, questions for my guests. Patty Ann Brown, the commission exempted smokers who may want to run for office in the future. How does that make any sense?
I did not understand. I saw that in one article, and I actually tried to find it in references elsewhere. And
obviously, somebody who wanted to run for office stuck that in there, right?
Really strange. Doesn't really make any sense to me. But, I mean, the thing that obviously the slippery slope comes to mind if you're going to say that the argument is that it's going to cost more money to insure the smokers and that they're more likely to be absent. And these are all the arguments. But, again, you know, people who eat meat can have a higher risk of heart disease. And the question comes to mind about, are you going to force people to exercise? And I thought that was taking it to really an absurd extreme. And then, as I'm reading up on it, the assistant superintendent of the Flagler County school system in the same county says, as we're stepping into the self-insurance arena, I've seen other municipalities and corporations implement similar policies. I've even heard of people having to wear pedometers and record the number of steps they take every day to save on insurance.
You read that so well, you almost convinced me.
I was about to
making a good point.
I didn't know what to happen now. That was sexy.
Tucker, you were saying in the green room you will...
No reaction to that?
No,
I'm honestly not surprised. If it's if this kind of idiocy is happening, then that would be the next step.
I'm moving to Belize, so I'm out.
There's a lot of property there, isn't there?
Tons.
Belize, yeah. Tucker, you were saying in the green room that you applaud the efforts of the Flagler County, and you agree with them completely.
I'm always pushing government to increase its control over our personal lives.
Tucker.
This is so misguided. I mean, it's just misguided moralism, right? It's a basic human instinct, but we can't judge anything else. So smokers are the last group you can attack. I will say, though, not all nicotine is the same. I mean, smoking probably isn't good for you. That's what I have heard. But the nicotine replacement products that actually work, like the patch or the gum or the inhaler.
They're all going to fall under this.
The truth is, that is harm mitigation. And for the government to discourage people, in effect, to get off cigarettes is an outrage. I mean, it's not justifiable on public health grounds. By the way, this would disqualify the president himself, who was a Nicorette chewer, a regular Nicorette chewer in public.
And a sometime smoker, if I'm correct.
Yeah, exactly so.
He's always sneaking
it's so
cigarettes.
much better to use Nicorette than it is to smoke, and they're lumping them all in the same category. It's so stupid.
I completely agree with you, Tucker. And the other thing here is by making this a ban on nicotine and not tobacco, their entire reasoning is completely anti-scientific, because have you seen a study showing increased healthcare costs for nicotine, long-term nicotine?
Not at all.
No, it's for tobacco usage. So scientifically and health-wise, they're studying
what could be the reason?
no sense.
Why could they be going after nicotine instead of smoking?
Because these are people who like butting into other people's lives. This is what they do. But I want to bring up, Patty, the point you made earlier, or response to the question about the policy not applying to people who may run for office in the future. What happened was this organization called Florida Watchdog asked the county commissioners, will this ban apply to you, to county commissioners? They responded, the policy does not apply to our county commission or those individuals who may run for office in the future. What they're doing, they're exempting themselves from this law. They're saying county employees have to abide by this, but county commissioners, we who are passing this law,
that's unbelievable.
do not.
And who likes to smoke?
Going on here.
State employees. They love their cigarette breaks, don't they?
Yeah, no,
who likes to smoke as much as state employees, besides travel agents and nurses?
And murderers.
Nobody. Am I right? Don't travel agents love smoking?
Not as much as nurses.
No,
how dare you?
Pulmonary care nurses love to smoke the most.
Bill, this is about you. Flagler County is actively trying to ban you. What do you think about that?
No, it's actively trying to ban Andy Levy. It's actively trying to ban Tucker Carlson. I know exactly
That's not what it says in my notes.
Okay, all right. Well, but see, that's the thing. It's not just about smoking. It, as you guys said, is about nicotine. Tucker likes his gum. Andy likes his e-cigarettes. There was somebody in that office that was smoking the e-cigarette, and they thought it was annoying, so they went the extra step. And they did this to get all the gum chewing, the smacking.
What percentage of the population uses nicotine in one form or another? It's not, you know, it's like
120%.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
a huge percentage of former smokers.
Percentage.
That's
no, but just of people. If you actually drill down and ask people, like, do you smoke cigars? Do you dip tobacco?
That's right. I do have an occasional cigar.
Everybody does.
And the nicotine keeps me awake.
By the way, why aren't they applying this to caffeine?
Or donuts.
They will.
Yeah,
what part of slopes being slip are you not understanding?
Yeah, that's something, you know, speaking of which, because I have only an occasional cigar, but the nicotine keeps me awake like caffeine. Is that I thought nicotine was supposed to relax a person.
No, nicotine also is a prophylactic against apparently Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and it increases your functional IQ. And I'm not making this up. Look it up
It's a
online.
stimulant.
It is.
A stimulant. Yeah.
I once got arrested for I once got arrested for smoking a cigar because it turns out you can't fill full weed. They frown on that.
I would agree with that. Okay, from tobacco to tabs. Should we stay abreast of every quiz